feedback. There was also people there that remember Jazz the Pooligans from the last time we played there. And it's great now because you can't miss us. We got one of the few black players that actually that play Farm Jam. Him and Tony Miller, I believe. And for those of you who don't know, Tony Miller's killer guy, kick-ass bass player from here out of North Carolina. But yeah, you can't miss Jazz the Pooligans. He's a big dude too. He also doubles as my my security because I need security. It's really for my own benefit. So when people come and bother me, he kind of comes in and stops them from talking to me. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm an extremely nice guy who talks to everybody who comes to me. Just ask everybody from Tuesday. Yeah, and don't think you're getting off that easy because I am not even come close to giving my rant about Tuesday night and the people who had show up or did not show up to that show at the Berkeley. So just stay tuned for that, okay? I'm going to sip on some wine, look through some paperwork here, and play some more music. right. Sorrow Valley would stand. Hey, I know. Sorrow Valley is not together anymore. I know that. So, that being said, we play a lot of bands on here that aren't together anymore, but their music is still out there. So, it's all good. If you are in we're in a band that is no longer playing, that's fine. You can still send the music as long as the recording doesn't suck. We will be more than happy to play it here on Rev's Local Rock Show. Why? Because it's part of the scene. It was part of the scene, when you wrote it, when you played it live. Might not even ever made the stage, but it doesn't matter. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, and here at Rev's Local Rock, we can keep it alive. Yeah, if it rocks, it rocks. Doesn't matter if the band's around or not. This might spur you on to get your shit together and get it back out there. Who knows, right? Right. So, yeah, send it. It's good. Just send it. Someone messaged me a little while ago asking me what the song was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs ago. That was The Future Is Me. The Bitterness of Vinegar. I'll tell you what, if one thing, we got some bands on here that can name their songs. they're not afraid to name their songs. And I'm digging that. Drayton Road's another one of those. We'll be playing some of them tonight. Coconut Donut. Love it. Yeah, shoot. I was planning on going into another song here, but someone asked about that song, so I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about that Berkeley show. We got to hook. No, it couldn't have ran smoother. We had our setup going on. We were giving away CDs. We had bands coming in that were playing that night, giving me merch to give away on the show or give away there at the show. Chris Jericho comes walking in, just being a cool dude, hanging out, talking with everybody. Music was cranking up in the background. We played a full 3 hours. And one thing I found out on Spreaker.com on this station, when 3 hours is up, it's up. There's no warning. If all y'all listen to the show, if you notice at the end of the show, it didn't really get a chance to end. It was in the middle of a song and it just stopped. But it was all good because the rest of the show went along great. We had a little bit of connectivity issues, but not much. You could hear it in the background. It was like there was a little short going on. I don't know what was up with that. But, with the bands playing in the background, I was still able to talk to Rev Nation that was not there at the show. So it really turned out good. So that's telling us we're going to do it again. But I will say this. It was probably way more work than any show I've ever played. Doing the radio show live, so it's definitely something I won't do every weekend. I guarantee you that. But we're definitely going to keep doing that, and I'm going to build off this last one because it's such the positive feedback we got. And I went back and I listened to the show, and there's some stuff I need to change. Going over some more material, more things to talk about, bring some more people in to sit down and talk. There wasn't really a schedule going on. We pretty much had it a free for all. Which, it worked for what it was. That was all the good stuff. The bad thing is, me personally, and a lot of other people were surprised. Jim, the owner of the Berkeley, me, SMS Booking and Productions, who put the show on, with the turnout. I'm going to tell you this right now. And this might come back to bite me in the ass, but I don't really care right about now. If you're not going to come to one of my shows, when we put an invitation out, letting everybody know that we're playing somewhere, or if there's something going on with the show we're doing, don't give me a courtesy RSVP. They probably shouldn't, but I think, some people put more stock into those, than they should for obvious reasons. Like I said, Tuesday night, we had a good crowd, and the crowd that was there was amazing. It was an amazing crowd. And I know I'm going to hear the same stuff. At Rev, I was broke. And you're talking to the king of broke right here. So I understand. But, it's on a Tuesday night. You know what? You come in, doors open at 8 o'clock. Stayed until 11. Jericho showed up at I don't know, 9:30. Just hung out, had a good time. Hung out with Rev's local rock show. You know, it's not. It doesn't. There's no written law where you have to come in when the doors open and stay till the doors close at 2:00. You know, you don't have to. Everybody understands. You got to go to work the next morning, or you do like I do, and you took vacation time. You know, and I understand the money thing, blah blah blah. But don't RSVP just to do it. You know, just say, yeah, I'm going to be here. This sounds like it's going to be a killer show. We will definitely be there. And then don't show. You know, that annoys the crap out of me. And on this one, it was to a larger extent. It was a ton of people that RSVP'd, and probably a quarter of them that actually RSVP'd showed up. That was very disappointing. That place should have been packed out. Even if at the peak, it was only at like 10, 11 o'clock. You know, when it packed, because the bands started at 8. And that's the other thing. The bands that play the show are phenomenal. Like I said, Saint Diablo, Dark Design, Casualty, Enemy in Disguise. Shoot, who else played that night? I can't remember. Shoot. I know I'm playing some of them tonight. I'll remember it then. I almost said Everlast, but that's not it. There's another band on there. They actually played last. 2 of these bands played the Uproar Festival and then came to the Berkeley and played also. Cool stuff. It was cool stuff. So you get a good show rolling through town. And yes, it's a Tuesday. And yes, I believe it was $20 at the door. But you know what? Okay, so you don't drink 6 beers that night. Shoot, I think I had 2 the whole night, and most of that was because I couldn't move. So if I want to go to a club and chill and not worry about getting a DUI, then that's what I need to do. I need to do the radio show because, man, I could not get up. It was pretty killer. John just said something in the war room, you know, that Jim could have given us a better night. Well, that's not how it works. John, and you know that too. You know, you're pretty much at bay of the bands that are coming through on tour, and like Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was in town that night, you know, for Uproar Festival. His band Fozzy played the Uproar Festival. So, you know, that was the night. You know, so bands don't just tour on the weekends. Bands tour 7 days a week. You know, so it's up to us as fans and all that, you know, to come in and support them when they come through, especially when they're great bands that are playing. You know, so I think we played a show maybe a month or so ago. You know, it probably wasn't even that long, but my mind is going. Where I think it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday night, and yeah, that was our like motto of the month is all great rock shows don't all happen on the weekends. That's just the nature of the beast. You know, every band wants to have a show on a Friday night or a Saturday night. That's not going to happen. It can't. You know, you're not going to get a weekend show. Every once in a while, you're going to do a weeknight show. You know, so you know, it comes with it. You know, and you got to do it. You know, I do it a lot less. You know, and you know,